everyone. It's been a while since I've recorded a video like this where I just talk into a camera and or software for a voiceover. However, with the newest release of the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, I felt like it is almost mandated to not only give my own thoughts, but also my own personal experience with the beta. As if you look on my channel, I played like the first couple of missions and then I decided not to continue. So if you are curious as to why I decided I didn't want to play the beta anymore, I advise you keep watching because I'm happy about the beta. Please don't get me wrong. For those who are unaware of what I mean, I'm a dual blades main. I love dual blades. I played them mostly in Rise because in World I was more of an Encyclave user, but I only tried the one weapon just so I can get familiar with it. However, I found it very difficult to learn dual blades because of my god-awful frame rate. So, I'm going to put up some of my gameplay up right now. When I first loaded the game, obviously it's going to auto-detect like your hardware and be like, okay, this is the best graphical settings for you. It looked like shit. It legitimately looked like an 8-bit like PSP title. You know, some people say like, oh, there's no way this game will run on the Switch. On those low graphics, I genuinely think they could port it on the Switch if they really wanted to. It was worse than Monster Hunter Rise in my personal opinion. It was truly shocking. Because here's the thing about my build. I do play on PC, and I did personally build it myself. I prioritized airflow as well as hardware, and thank God I did prioritize airflow because I'm going to turn the volume up on my gameplay. What you hear is not a fan on like the floor. Those fans are my computer fans. Take a look.
The stockings all hung by the chimney. But tonight,
those were my 3 LL120 Corsair fans blaring at the front of my machine. It's shocking. And yes, I did look at the minimum requirements, and yes, I surpassed them. The graphics card, the RAM, the whole bit. I was above the minimum recommendation specs. Sorry, I have a really weird stutter whenever I start to record. So I was truly shocked for when I was like, okay, I have an NVIDIA card. I'll turn on the NVIDIA, things that they enable. I think it was DLS. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure what it is. And it's still, like, don't get me wrong. At that point, it looked stunning. I did not check my frame rate exactly because I was like, I don't think I want to know. But it did not look 60 FPS to me. And that is not usually a problem because it's like, you know what? It's a beta, I'll let it slide, but like the significant frame drops and the sheer amount of like power it takes to run Wilds is absurd. Because I started playing Monster Hunter during World when it was out for a little bit, I think 2021, so I was definitely one of the pandemic players. It took up a lot of my CPU, yes, but it wasn't horrific. It wasn't, like, intense. I felt like with the news beta, it was optimized so horribly. Which, listen, it's a beta. They don't owe us anything, and it was free. I didn't have to pay, and you didn't have to pay. If you want to play the beta at this time, it's currently closed. I recorded this after the beta closed, just so I could get my final thoughts. Because it's only right, in case they like put out a patch or whatever, but to my knowledge, they did not, and I just simply stopped playing. The reason why I'm so concerned about how the beta performed is because I pre-ordered the game. I pre-ordered it, and you know what? Kind of nervous for that now because I haven't pre-ordered a game since legitimately, I shit you not, The Sims 4. And if you know anything about The Sims 4 on release, it didn't have nearly as much as content as the last one, The Sims 3. And I was like, oh shit. oh shit, right? And so that put me off of pre-ordering games until now. And then I played the beta and it barely fucking runs. So I'm like, oh fuck. It's just, I wish Capcom was truthful about the minimum requirements. I am curious if anyone has a 2070 and has the build of the minimum requirements. I'm curious if they put that based off of if it'll run or if it would open and play out one frame. That is the question of the day for me. So if anyone knows, please comment down below. I'm so curious because I built my machine. I know that it can run games pretty well. It can run Rise, World. It runs Red Dead Redemption 2 better than it runs Wilds, and I think that's a little that's a little bit of an eye-opener. Considering it's a game that came out in 2018 and utilizes the Rage engine. I think they use Unreal 5 for this title, I'm not sure. But there really is just no reason for multi-billion-dollar companies such as Capcom to not optimize it in time for the beta. You know? Because it's not a good look. It reminds me of Cyberpunk. Could you imagine if Cyberpunk put out a demo of what they had? They wouldn't have bought it, you know? And I heard the console versions are good optimization wise, and that's great. I just wish PC wasn't so pushed to the wayside and an afterthought for these companies, because a lot of people do play on PC and it was really disheartening to say the least. The optimization was so bad, news articles came out about it, and I'll show some of them right now. I think I didn't get the worst of it. I'm pretty sure a ton of other people did, so if you had a bad experience, let me know. If you had a good experience, let me know. But I just knew by the time I got to the combat stage, like, I was definitely running around like 30 frames inconsistently. I don't know if I had to tweak my settings a little bit, but NVIDIA wasn't, you know how it's like you can scan for games and optimize them? For a beta, like, I don't think NVIDIA was really in the know of that. And I tried fiddling around with my settings for like, it felt like half an hour, but in reality it's probably more like 15 minutes. Because I tried Ultra, it was laggy. High was kind of better, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't really see a difference. So I truly hope for PC players we don't get screwed by the time February comes around. I've noticed this as a pattern for PC for such a long time, and I wish things were different for the state of PC gaming, man. I really do. Because, listen, the days of having to mod your games for them to even work, I wish those days were behind us, but they just unfortunately aren't. So, fingers crossed for the full release, but that's why I only played like 2 episodes, because I just couldn't find a frame rate where it was good. And Capcom has a pretty good history, so I thought if I just loaded the game, we'd be good. Because, hey, that happened to me with so many other of their titles, which are optimized and amazing, and they were so much fun. And the beta was fun, I have to say. Like, the dual blades play, the fact you can go demon mode and like move now, I love that feature. I'm sure a lot of other dual blade users are gonna love that as well. I just am really let down by the optimization part of it, but I feel like a lot of us are. So I feel like my consensus are around the same, except for the fact that that's like one of the few downsides of it. The character customization was brilliant. That I did not experience any performance issues with. I didn't experience any crashing. My save file didn't get corrupt, nothing like that. Like, I hope that the character creation from the beta does move over to the main game. I hope to God that doesn't break, because I love my character so fucking much. I actually did an eyeliner look inspired by her. If you saw that episode, if you didn't, I will link that right up there under the little eye. And I am excited for Wilds. Please don't get it twisted. I am very excited for Wilds. I just wish that things were better, optimization-wise, so I could actually, you know, enjoy the game. But I did with the character creation, and I'm so excited to hear the full story of Wilds and learn other weapons at a half-decent frame rate, you know what I mean? So I hope to hear guys' experiences as well. It's been a while since I did like a sit-down video, so I am really excited. Sorry for the Mafia viewers. It's very Monster Hunter based right now, but I will film a gameplay for you shortly. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say. So thank you for your patience and your kindness, and I will see you in another video. Bye.